pride and joy of Glendale, California, right here in Southern California. Occidental legend. If you guys know about anything about Occidental, you should look into it. Been at UCLA, Seattle Seahawks, New England Patriots, the Baltimore Stars, the USFL, New Orleans Saints, and the Indianapolis Colts, man. He's been a head coach at many places. Two-time USFL champ, coach of the year in the NFL, New Orleans Saints Hall of Famer. Known for great sound bites. We'll bring him on, our main man, Coach Mora.
I'm trying. There I am.
Coach, how you doing, brother? I got you.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, baby. I appreciate you. Hey, I'm talking to Gidget right now, your favorite niece in the world, so I've known her a long time. So, hey, I told her I'd give her a shout out.
She was telling me about you. I was talking to her last night.
She told me, so I was like, all right, let's go.
Okay.
All right, love it. Man, first of all, I know you're chilling, hanging out here. We're all California natives. And then you moved around and been around so many different places, man. You're a legend to me as a young coach watching you and your son. And I've been around your son a lot up at UCLA for a long time. He's had a bunch of my former coaching people on his staff. Coach Yarber, legendary story. Your son was the head coach. Adrian Clem was the O-line coach. And Yarbs blew out his hamstring trying to show a drill off. And Jim goes, "Hey man, you're 45 years old. What the hell are you doing out here with these youngsters?" And he took the muscle off his bone. Now he's the wide receiver coach for the Rams. He won a Super Bowl, and the rest is history. So, great story. It was funny.
Yeah. Now what?
Huh? Go ahead.
Nothing.
Oh.
That was a good story. Yeah.
Hey, how's your son doing at UConn? What do you think about what he's building there?
I think he went into a program that sucked. They hadn't had a winning season forever. They were really bad, and he took it over. He won. He had a winning season the first year. Then the second year, he had a losing season. But because he was in, they're changing everything around with how things are now, how you get players, all that kind of stuff. But he had a good season last year. I think he won 9 games, and that's been pretty good for them. So he feels like he got a pretty good team coming up this season, and he's looking forward to it. They go to camp pretty soon.
Let me ask you, why UConn of all the places? Jim has a pretty damn big resume, good name, been around a lot of Power 5, big programs, NFL. Was it a challenge thing, or was it a thing to get back in at a bigger school? What was the deal with why UConn for him?
Well, because it's the only opportunity he had, I think, at that point. And he wanted to get back into coaching. He hadn't done it for, a year or so. He wanted to get back, and they offered him the job, and he took it. And he's worked his ass off. Excuse me, not ass. He worked his butt off to get it going, and I think he's got it going. I haven't.
Coach, be yourself. Cuss all you want. I love it. This show is
no, I'm not going to cut.
I know. I think he did a hell of a job. This NIL thing, paying these players to play at the college level now, I know you and I are probably on the same page. What do you think it's doing to these kids in the game?
I think it's making it a professional thing too. And some teams, but even at the professional level, everybody starts out the same. How much money they can pay their players, all that kind of stuff. Not now with the college things. I mean, if one school can pay a player a lot more than another school can, then they're going to get that guy, And it all comes down to who can raise the most money from their alums or followers or whoever, and end up paying the players, and they're going to get it. And some schools are going to have a bigger advantage than others. It's not like the NFL. The NFL, everybody's got an equal amount of money that they can pay their players, as a team. And that's not the case now in college football.
Yeah, no credit. I call it pay to play because it isn't a name, image, and likeness. If it was name, image, and likeness, they'd be paying these guys for jersey sales and stuff. It's not.
It's not. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if it can go on like this or not, but it doesn't look like they're trying to stop it or make it different or make it better. I don't know.
That's why I think the legendary guys like Nick Saban and stuff, Coach K at Duke and guys like that have stepped out of it, I think. And that's why I probably couldn't do it anymore either. I just don't know if they happen. Let me get your take on a couple guys that are up in age and they've come back to the NFL. I love it because I am not with this young generation, these analytical, data-pushing guys on the sideline. But Bill Belichick's going to college, out of all things, in North Carolina in his early 70s. What's your take about the guys like him, Pete Carroll getting back into it at 73, guys like that coming back into the fold and coaching again? You like it, love it, hate it, what?
Well, I'm too damn old to come back, and I'm a lot older than those two guys are. So anyway, I think it's
You look great.
interesting. I think it's interesting that these two guys have both got a job, and I think it gets into your under your skin. Not coaching something you've done all your life or all of your career, etc. And I think that the main thing is, what kind of a situation are they going into? I think they've got to go into a situation where they have a chance to be successful. They don't want to just take any job and go somewhere where they're not going to have the cooperation or the ability to be successful. Both these guys have been successful. They're really good coaches. They need a chance to go back in and compete and coach like they have been doing for many years, but also have a chance to be successful. That to me is really important. Now, what they get paid to do this, that's important too. But I think they got to have a chance to be successful. And I think both of them, in the situations they're in with the teams they're coaching, do have a chance to be good. So that's my feeling.
No doubt. That's a great take. I got to go back to some of your teams real quick. I got to ask you, the Dome Patrol, the linebacking core you had, or that was with New Orleans and the Saints, Ricky Jackson and Sam Mills, of course, and Von Johnson, I believe, was a third backer.
And Pat Swilling.
Where is that? Yeah. What do those four backers rank in all time? I had Bill Romanowski on the show a couple months ago, and he said that the teams going into New Orleans feared that defense and playing those teams, those offenses feared those defenses in New Orleans. The Dome Patrol, is it the greatest core of linebackers ever?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to say so, because those guys were really good, and we had good leadership out of Ricky, who had been there for a while. You know, when I got the job with the Saints, they had never won. They'd never had a winning season. Never had a winning season. And that's like almost 20 seasons. I think 2 years they were 8-8. But when Ricky had been involved in this, but when Ricky was kind of leader of that foursome, but we had a good defense other than them, and then we got Sam in from the USFL. We got Pat Swilling in as a draft, as a select in the draft, and then Vaughn, he had been in the USFL also, and they all came to be with Ricky, who was a hell of a player. And we had a good group, but we also had a great defense. Don't get me wrong, and those two guys were kind of the keys to it. But we had a really good defensive line, and then the secondary was good, but not great. You know what I mean? We didn't have the guys back there like we had at the linebacker group. But that defense was special. There's no question about it. They were special. Yeah.
I love watching those guys, especially out west, being a Ram guy my whole life growing up out here. And I was like, man, those NFC teams, those battles back in the day.
Let me tell you something. I grew up following the Rams too. I'm an LA guy, you know. I used to go to those Ram games in the Coliseum. Yeah, no doubt. I love the Rams. Still do.
No doubt. Yeah. My uncle and father played at Compton College, at community college, obviously, and they played in the Junior Rose Bowl games way back in the day. My dad and you are around the same age. My dad was 37, born in 37, so he passed away in 05. But JUCO legendary Junior Rose Bowl games, people don't realize they used to play at the Rose Bowl and were 50,000 people for a junior college football game back in those days. It was a different ball game. It was a different world then. And I miss those days. Let me ask you something. You're a two-time champion at the USFL level. How rewarding was that level, getting it at that time? People were going, Jim Kelly, Steve Young, Warren Moon, those legendary guys that were going there out of college with two leagues at that time that were actually pretty damn big. Where were you at with that? How rewarding was that? Those championships versus going to the NFL.
Very rewarding. I mean, you know, it was a USFL. It was a young league. But it had older guys too, and the young guys. But a new league, and it was just like coaching in the NFL to me. I mean, you go to work every day, every season. You draft guys, you sign guys, you get good players. I had a good coaching staff. I hadn't even met some of the coaches that I hired on my first year in the USFL. Now, I didn't have as many coaches as I did in the NFL, or certainly as many coaches as they have nowadays. Oh my God, in college football and the NFL, the number, especially the NFL, the number of coaches on their staff. I have no idea what all those guys do, but it was, you know, I took the job. I got a chance. Carl Peterson hired me. You know, do you know who Carl is? And
Oh, yeah.
Carl and I coached together at UCLA. The 1 year I was coaching at UCLA, we stayed in touch. The USFL started. He got the job with the Philadelphia Stars as the president and GM, and he hired me. And we had the best player. The reason we won is we had the best players. The first year we lost the championship game. We won the 2 championships after that because we had the best player. You win with the best player, but I also had a good coaching staff too.
Nah,
Anyway.
no doubt.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. You turned the Saints and the Colts basically from not winning into winning. How hard was it as far as getting the culture changed? I try to let our audience know in coaching, man, the culture changed no matter what. I know the NFL, like you just stated, there's a salary, there's a cap. Everyone's kind of paid the same at certain levels. But how hard is it to create a culture anywhere, a little less the NFL? Is it a different world creating a culture to get those grown men who get paid to buy in?
Yeah, and it takes a while, you know. At the Saints, now I go into the Saints, and they had never had a winning season. Never. They were seven, like I said earlier, they were 7-9 twice. Or no, yeah. Well, no, they were 8-8 twice. I'm sorry, 7-9 a bunch. They were 8-8, but they'd never had a winning season. So you go into a situation like that, and hopefully you've got a good nucleus of players. And this is also true with Indianapolis. They were a little bit different, but you go in there with you. I went in there with, well, I hired some good coaches, and I went in there with my philosophy of coaching a football team. The hell with what they've done, the hell with what it's going to be like. I wanted to do it my way, and we did it my way with a good bunch of coaches and some good players that we had to get more of, which we did. Now we're 7-9 the first season with the Saints, and the second and they had never had a winning season in their history. The next year we were 12-3. We only played 15 games because it was a strike year, and we didn't play that. The league didn't play that first game. So you go in there with your philosophy, and it takes a while to get that going. Like I said, we were 7-9, and then we go to 12-3 the next year. Now at Indianapolis, the same thing. The same thing. You go into a program that had been losing, and you get better players, and you get your philosophy going. We also that 80. Yeah, the first year at New Orleans at Indianapolis, we had the number 1 pick of the draft, and we drafted Peyton Manning. Okay, now that helped a little bit, but that first year, and hey, we're gonna do things like I wanted to do them, no matter what. And that first year, we were 3-13. Okay, Peyton as a rookie started and played every game, and never was out of a game, and he got better and better. The next year, and we made some changes in that between the first year and the second year. First year we're 3-13. The next year we're 13-3. So you know it takes a little while to get it going, but you got to go in there tough, demanding. Make sure that everything's done good, working hard, the right kind of, you got the right kind of players, and you have a chance to be successful. You got cooperation from the owner and from the general manager, which I did in both occasions. Those guys were behind me all the way, and we had a chance to be successful.
Nah, no doubt. I got to ask you a thing before I get you out of here. I can't thank you enough for hopping on here, man. Coach, you coached for some legends also, Don James in Washington, Dick Vermeil at UCLA for a year. Did you have the opportunity to go with Dick to the Eagles into the pro ranks, or did you want to be a coordinator in college first and go that route?
Well, I don't know when I had a chance to go. I mean, being a coordinator, you mean like before I went into the NFL or what?
Yeah.
I just was ready to go in. I just wanted to go into the NFL. I had been an assistant. I had moved around a little bit in college coaching, and Don James and I had been assistant coaches together way back. Okay, and then he hired me when he got the job with the Huskies, and I went there, and I got a little tired of recruiting and all that kind of stuff. And I had a chance to go to the Seahawks. We were living in Seattle to go to the Seahawks, and they were in their second year of existence. And I got a job there working for Jack Patera, and that got me into the NFL. And I like the NFL. I like college too.
That was the old AFC West, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Great.
Tough division.
No doubt.
Very,
No doubt about
very
it.
tough.
No doubt about it. You were roommates with Jack Kemp. Is that
Yes.
true?
In college, we were best friends in each other's weddings. The whole thing. I mean, he was one of my very best friends, and you know, until he passed away and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we met in college at Occidental College, and he was a quarterback and I was a tight end. So he was throwing the ball to me. We became roommates. We had a little condo or apartment, you know, off the campus. We were like brothers, Jack and I, and stayed that way until he passed away.
Man, I can't. The stories are unbelievable. I got to ask you, like, do you credit the smaller school in developing you as a coach? The Occidentals, the D3 level, the like. I'm a JUCO guy. Yep. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Ask me that question again, please.
Do you credit the smaller schools like an Occidental or the D3 model? I'm a JUCO guy, so junior college was big and instrumental to me. Do you credit that small school learning the system and being like a grunt and things like that is to your success at the ultimate level?
That I went to a small school, you mean?
Or just, went to it, or at Occidental, like, you know, the coaching and the playing is totally different, obviously, than a D1.
Yeah, big time. And I don't know, it just worked out that way. I graduated from college at Occidental. I went in the Marine Corps for 3 years. I played football in the Marine Corps. We were playing other teams, you know, throughout the military and stuff. When I was at Quantico that first year, we played Boston U and Boston College. So that was a step up. But I came back. I had the chance at Oxy as an assistant and the head coach, and I took it. And eventually, after a minimum of years, I got an opportunity to go to Stanford. John Ralston wanted to hire me. I went up there, and that started me off in the major colleges. But the Oxy situation was good, but I was a little tired of that too. So they don't even play football anymore now.
I know, man. It's unbelievable. That was the old league with what, like Chapman and Redlands and all them guys?
Redlands, Whittier, Caltech.
Whittier,
yeah, those were
Whittier just came back.
Claremont, Pomona.
Pitzer and all them. Yeah.
Where are you from? Where are you from in Southern California?
Compton.
Okay.
Yeah.
I grew up in West LA.
Yeah, no doubt.
Eagle Rock, and then West LA.
Yeah. My family was from Eagle Rock in that area, so we right under the rock right there. They used to live.
That's right. I lived till the 9th grade. Yeah.
No doubt. Love it, man. Coach, I can't thank you enough. I don't want to take too much time. I appreciate the time and giving those great stories. I just hope that I'm as sharp as you as I when I get older, man. I'm gonna be honest.
When you get to be 90, I got to be 90 about a month ago. Yeah, but I feel pretty good.
You look great, sound great. You're sharp as a tack, man. I hope you live a long, long time longer. I love watching and hearing you, man. I can't thank you enough for hopping on.
Anytime you want me on your show, I'll be happy to do it.
Hell yeah, we'll try to get you on during the season, hopefully.
Yeah, okay, good.
All right, Coach.
Thanks.
Thank you. Tell your son I said hello and appreciate it. Tell Gidget.
I will. I'll tell him.
Gidget just texted me and said, great stop. So I said, thank her for getting you on. I appreciate you.
Thanks a lot. I enjoyed it.
Thanks, Coach.
All right. Bye.